How's it going, Mavericks? Here I am, and still in beautiful Kelowna. For those who been keeping track of the progress of or where I'm at currently in my life in regards to where I'm living, I know a lot of Mavericks have been in discussion with many of them about, unfortunately, my situation where I live, and I thought this would be a great example of setbacks. I've been doing this stream of setbacks recordings and the challenges that I faced in my life, and definitely this is a great example of one. We're still waiting to see the outcome of what I'm facing, I've never experienced anything like this. This is brand new to me in personal life as well in my business. It's impacted my business in many ways, and I still don't know what it's going to do to me. Um, just look at the business example right now, or my mastermind. I've had to postpone it now twice due to this situation, and where we thought it went away and it came back, and it's cost me money to try to make that work again, and maybe we'll have to see and hope that I'll be able to still have an amazing experience for all the Mavericks attending, that it'll just not be shadowed by the events leading up to it. And so, something that's definitely impacting my business in that way, and will it in the future. I mean, I've had to race around to make sure I can make these sessions for coaching, stay on top of the Facebook community, and you can imagine what it's had to do for the rest of my business, trying to have communication. I'm constantly on the road, moving around. On top of that, my mind is of course trying to control all the negativity that's out there in regards to the damage this current event of fires has caused in not only for me but for the people around me, people I care about, family and close friends. I have friends who have been impacted by this as well. Potentially have lost their homes now. We're waiting to see. And with me being on the verge, I don't know what's going to happen in the near future for the next year. I got to possibly find a new place to live in the meantime while I iron out the details of the damages, if any. Even if we are so lucky to avoid losing everything that we have built there in the last year that I devoted my life to, that what will it be like when I go back? Will the people have lost their homes close to me and not rebuilt? Will the environment completely change, and how long will I have to wait to get it back? Um, what kind of damages it'll cause to people that I've made friends with, and the communities around me, and what role I'll have playing in all of that. Will I have to make a tough choice to take my family somewhere new, to leave it, or to rebuild and to face the challenges of that? And so, life, you're always going to face setbacks, whether they're self-induced, whether they're beyond your control, or whether they're mistakes you make because you just don't have enough experience in learning. But you can either be an individual that fears the unexpected, or you can challenge and rise above it. And I chose a long time ago in my life to rise above it because everything has a meaning, everything has a reason to create experiences for you that can make you stronger as a human being, and benefit from it some shape or form. And even though today, saying that to all the people that have been impacted by what's going on here where I live, that to say that, they'd look at me and say with disgust that how can this benefit us? How can we learn from this? How can we grow from this, where people are going to lose everything? We will, for myself, I will. I'll force myself to find the good in it, to learn from it, to find a way to, um, you know, grow from it, and to have some potential from it. And other people will, our governments, my friends, my family, um, everyone. And I'll do everything I can to shed light on that, to make us realize how much better off we're going to be from such horrible situation in our lives. But I thought, this is a current time. This is a great example of how we as individuals are faced with challenges that you don't know what to do. And myself, there was times that I had to reach out to my mentor over the last couple of weeks and just regroup and get my courage and my strength back and have a discussion with someone that maybe not experienced in this, but has had enough setbacks in their life and challenges in their life that they didn't always know the answers to, but collectively was able to reach out to who they looked up to and come up with a solution of what to do. And I did that, and I was I was able to come up with what I think will be the best solution moving forward, and I'm stronger for it. And so I look at it now, I'm at peace with it, and understand what I have to do when the dust settles or the fire ends. And I just know that sharing that with people, other entrepreneurs that are in challenges, whether they're marital challenges, whether they're having great challenges in their life, new additions to their families, or just things that are going to be things that you can't ignore and you can't just put aside and forget about, and that you have to face and you have to overcome, and that is going to be constant in your life. I truly believe that doesn't happen. Doesn't matter how perfect your life is, doesn't matter how grand it is, doesn't matter how much wealth you have, doesn't matter how much love you have in your family, in your life. You could have everything, and the reality is that there are things you can't control, and there are things that you're not always going to have the answer with. But if you surround yourself with the right people, and you always look at life as an opportunity to learn and to keep moving forward, then you're going to find the strength and the courage to rise above it and find the solutions. And that's why I wanted to do just a quick video to give you a current situation of one that I face, and I don't have a solution that I can map out for you right now because I don't know when this nightmare is going to end, and I don't know the damages it's going to cause. I just know what I'm living through, and I know that what I'm going through today, and hopefully it'll get you to realize that there's always going to be these situations, and sometimes they're always going to be worse than what you're going through, and maybe put your life in in a viewpoint that you can understand better or react better, and or be able to pick yourself up and to move forward. So hopefully this gets you to understand where I'm at right now, and to get you to understand that I continue to have challenges, get you to understand that I have to overcome them, and that's life, and life goes on, and business goes on, and unfortunately that's the way it is. Business just can't be paused. I have to keep moving forward, and I have to keep finding ways to grow from things, and to have more experience and to be better for it in the future. And not necessarily that anything that I do in the future will reduce the chances of this ever happening again, but I can guarantee you that I'll be stronger for it, and how I'll deal with it will probably be better, which then sets the example for the people around me that are going through challenges and not coping with it as well as I am. So I just want to do a quick video to share that with you guys, and kind of just fill you in with where I'm at, and at the same time where I'm heading. All right, guys. Once again, thanks for all the support, and I hope something I said here today gets you to realize that you gotta find the courage and the strength to commit yourself longer than difficulties or challenges come landing on your front doorstep. You've got to get the courage to keep moving forward, and you got to keep working hard, and you got to rise above it, if not for yourself, for the people around you. All right, guys, talk to you soon.